What's going on YouTube? John and Tony here with the Freewing twin 80mm F-14 Tomcat. This is also using Larry's 5280rc.com afterburner system in it. This is a beast of an airplane. It is definitely, it's not the most challenging plane to fly, but man, it takes a little bit of forethought when you fly it, because you got to keep in mind where it's going to go and the fact that you're hauling around about 14 pounds worth of model in the sky. I think it's like, what, 9 kilograms or something? For those of you guys who don't use Freedom units, it's definitely on the heavier side of things. This is the same model that we flew a couple months back. Just haven't gotten around to doing it yet, but you guys all know that Top Gun 2 just came out.
As usual, let's skip over the boring pre-flight and get to the actual flying.
Oh yeah.
Flaps, wing normal.
I'm gonna cut out of that full throttle because we don't really need it to take off.
20 seconds. Wing sweep.
Get into the sweep.
30 seconds.
You can see those afterburners all the way in the daytime. That's the power of 5280RC, guys. Looks amazing. Thank you again, Larry. Turn the roll gains down. It's still wobbling a little bit. That could also be any number of things causing it. I'm not quite sure what it is. Don't normally keep her in sweep this long.
1 minute.
Has one hell of a roll rate though.
Wing normal.
Pull the wings up. Yeah, I mean, she feels completely different when the wings are out. A little bit more agile by far.
23.23 volts.
She definitely stalled at the top of that. Oof, man, it's a big jet and requires some mindful application of throttle and how you're going to move the control surfaces for sure. .27 volts. At that throttle setting, those outrunners actually sound very similar to, I think I said it the last time we flew it, but it sounds very similar to like a passenger jet turbine on a 737 starting up.
Ailerons 12 left.
Okay, we had a little bit of a constant roll to the right. That was weird.
Gear down.
Let's see if we can do a quick touch and go.
Full flaps. 23.12 volts.
Very well behaved in full span. Wasn't feeling it, so we pulled out.
Wing normal.
Make that climb out over those trees. Go invert it. Or I was going to go invert it. Almost put it into an inverted Cobra there for a second. It's very touchy. I think I need to add more expo to the stabs.
Gear down.
Okay, let's let her
full flaps.
Drop some altitude here. Slow her down. Chickens are getting harassed by one of the pilot's dogs. What that sound is, if you guys are wondering.
Flaps up. Wing normal.
That's a pretty good landing, I'd say.
3 minutes.
I need to touch down earlier though if I wanted to get
21.67 volts.
Down earlier. You gotta be very careful with how you pull those elevators as you're banking this jet. I could have easily stalled it right into those trees, especially how underpowered these motors are for the size of this jet.
22.09 volts. Gear down.
Okay, we're gonna bring it in. This time we're gonna go a little further out. We're gonna make an approach like an actual full-scale aircraft. I have a remote receiver in the front of the plane. I should have no issues with reception. We should be able to get a touchdown right in front of us and get the spoilers out.
Full flaps.
ASAP. Fan favorite roosters over there are not shutting up as usual. There we go. Got on a very good descent path.
22.6 volts. Spoilers.
Spoilers out.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. I can wiggle her so she can stop in time. I think I got her. Maybe, I can't tell. Oh, we got her on that pavement. Perfect.
This is a really phenomenal jet that is unfortunately held back by its very old Outrunner motor system. I do have plans to upgrade it very soon. The jet really needs the thrust, given how heavy it is. If you're okay with that, though, it does fly well enough without a motor upgrade. It's just a little bit trickier to escape from stalls.
Got the afterburner system in it from 5280 RC. We're just gonna take her up and turn and burn, baby. Pretty gentle looking takeoff. Let's pull back on that power. We have some more battery power to work with today. We're flying with the, or not today, but right now, we're flying the Z5250C packs. Are pretty good. A little heavy compared to the 4000s, but still pretty good.
30 seconds.
God, that thing's got some serious roll performance now. Let's bring her over and close by. Whoa, a little too much rudder on that one. That sound is amazing, man. I can't wait to hear what it's going to sound like with the X-Fly motor upgrade. I got to spend 160 bucks to do that. Let's bring her up and make her tail slide. We haven't done that yet today.
1 minute.
Now, not to say this plane's underpowered in the traditional sense, but it definitely is not as powerful as it could be. You got to be a little bit more cognizant of where stuff is when you're flying these stock motors, because they don't have as much thrust as the X-Flies or maybe an FMS motor setup would. Look at those clouds are a perfect backdrop to it.
23.43 volts.
Started stalling on me at the end there. Did not want to do that inverted loop. Like I said, this plane requires a little bit of thought to fly, and what I just did there was a little stupid because I've never actually done an inverted loop with this jet. Outside loop, whatever you want to call it. Does great. Standard loops though.
22.41 volts.
God, that sounds cool. You just get, there's like a bit of adrenaline you just get from flying this thing, man.
Wing sweep.
Sweep the wings over the trees. We're fully back. Let's bring her up and over.
22.72 volts.
Almost got disoriented for a second.
Wing normal.
Sweep out the wings again. A little gentle on the pull as we go around until they're fully extended and locked in place. See what our altitude is.
109, 22.5, 208.1 feet.
Put her into a spin. See what I mean about the inertia? I throttled up away from me and it still spun all the way around. Hopefully Tony could catch all that. This plane's a handful to fly, man.
3 minutes.
I've flown it so many times and I still get an anxiety attack flying it almost.
22.13 volts.
All right, let's get those gear out.
Down.
Get ready to land. Those ducks will not shut up. Coming in. Full flaps coming in. Got a beautiful thunderhead building up out there that she's coming in with a backdrop for. Looks perfect. Straighten out our descent. Oh, that dog's coming over here. No. Got to go around.
Flaps up. 21.9 volts.
Come on, dog, get out of here. Shoo, get. There's a dog on the taxiway. Get. Oh, I almost lost my jet. I didn't want to hit the dog. It's a $1,000 jet, but the dog's life is worth way more than the jet is. Okay, now I gotta
4 minutes.
really gotta work this one here.
Full flap.
Normally I
22.37
don't have to deal with dogs too much when I fly. Oh boy, that really gave me a spike of anxiety too. I don't know if you guys could see him on the camera. I got her down safe though, thankfully. As safe as I could get her.
Flaps up.
That was a rough landing, but man, I can't focus when I have a dog out there. I don't want to hit the dog with the jet. Turn the rudder to get her turned around and slow down so we can turn her before she gets to the end of the taxiway there.
22.74 volts.
I think we got it. Just barely, just barely. Yeah, that dog was unfortunate, man. Like one of the pilots here keeps her running around to corral the chickens, but sometimes she wants to come and say hi. And unfortunately, if I landed into her with this jet,
Wing normal.
I would severely injure or kill her. So if it's gonna come between a dog or my jet, I'm gonna choose the dog, for sure. Let's get her up. Half throttle takeoff.
Flaps up. Wing normal.
And then use full throttle as we get up in the air to climb.
20 seconds.
Very gentle as we bank this severely. Got to make sure you have a lot of airspeed to do that correctly. I want to try inverted alpha on this jet. That's something we haven't done yet, and we'll see if it does it well. Kind of finding that inverted alpha is a thing I really enjoy doing with models. No, we're getting out of that. That was really weird feeling. Pull her in, nice and close. So this jet's not going to inverted alpha, I don't think. Something about the design. Maybe it'll do it well if the wings are swept, but then I feel like you run into some serious issues trying to recover. And I just
23.39 volts.
don't really feel like experiencing those, you know what I mean? Golly, this thing's cool. Quick Cobra maneuver. Turn her around, roll back, and come back to us. Gotta be very gentle with how you pull, even if you're going straight down, because if you pull too hard, you're gonna drop a wing and you're gonna spiral into the ground. Let's go ahead and start sweeping those wings back over the trees.
Wing sweep.
It's got a bit of a roll tendency like that, oddly enough, to the left. Gotta be very gentle with her.
.79 volts. 2 minutes. Wing normal.
Wings coming back out. I don't really like flying this plane with the wings swept as much as I do with them back or all the way out. Honestly, I think it flies better like this. But does it look as cool? Absolutely not. But it's still a Tomcat, and it definitely flies like one does. Trying to avoid going over Tony's head there. I'm sure he appreciates that.
22.18 volts.
This thing is very agile. It just needs that X-Fly motor upgrade. So we got to make sure this thing survives until that point. And then we can really see it haul some serious ass. Let's turn and burn right in front of us here. Again, those 5280 RC afterburners make this jet look so much more special and unique.
22.44 volts.
If it didn't have
3
the
minutes.
ABs, I think it would still be cool, and I've flown it without them. But there's something about having them that makes the jet so much more cool in the air. It just has such an awesome presence to it, and they really show up at night, man. If we were out here at dusk, all right, we got to get ready to land.
22.29 volt. Gear down.
The key to this jet is to make long approaches. It's a very, very heavy jet. Takes a very long time to slow down, even in the air, especially on the ground. Reverse thrust isn't needed. If you can get the spoiler set up for it, you can really get it to come down nice and gentle. And she stalled there.
Spoilers.
Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Hard landing, but I will take the hard landing over the alternative where I almost lost it trying to flare at the end there. Misjudged the flare speed. Gosh, that was close. Just about had a spiraling wreck of potentially flaming wreckage here. Oof. I think we can
4
hot swap
minutes.
and bring her right back up to burn up the last of the 2 packs I've got for her.
22.76 volts.
So we're just gonna taxi her back over here. Bring her right back up. In fact, no, I think those are the last 2 packs. Never mind, we're good. We're good. So yeah, definitely saved that. Definitely saved that. That was quick reflexes on my part, and definitely could have been better at not putting it into that situation. I should have actually held a little bit more thrust as I went to go pull in the flare. But again, I don't think the jet's damaged. Actually, I don't think anything happened to it except for a
22.8.
slightly hard landing. Contrary to popular opinion, it does have some pretty robust gear. You can see some compression beginning to form here, but it's not much to worry about, I don't think. If you can see the inside there, there's a slight bit of foam compression. But I mean, what do you expect when you're flying a 14-pound model? Unless you make every landing as gentle as it can possibly be, even on pavement, you're gonna run into that issue. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. We'll see you all again next time. And make sure to go see Top Gun 2 in theaters, because I have yet to see it. Spoil it for me, too. I don't care. See you guys next time.